Hey everybody, Deborah from Very Best Little Hair House and the Alternative Hair Alchemist podcast, here today to take a look at the differences between two wigs. This is Jon Renau's version, both versions. This is Cameron and this is Cameron Lite. Now, both wigs are technically the same wig, but two different versions. Both of them are hand tied, which the construction, every hair is attached by hand. You've got your mono part across the top. So those two aspects are similar. But I thought I'd order one in of each to compare and see what I see the differences as. So overall, this is the light and this is the regular version. Overall, they're kind of similar. However, this has just a little tiny bit less. When I put my hand here, I feel more of a slight poof in the back here. Now, that's a huge feature. Some people love that. If you want a little less, the light might be for you. Now, same wig. Let me turn it around because this demonstrates the individual differences of each wig. Now, these are the same Cameron, just a light version, but if you notice, there is a little bit of a difference in length. Does it really matter? No, not in the overall picture, but that is something that you might notice. I tell you that because, you know, if you're ordering more than one wig and you get it out of the box and it's slightly different, that's because anytime you have a human being involved in production, you're going to have individual differences. I kind of explain it as if you had a dozen cupcakes, 12 are going to look like each other, but there's going to be tiny individual differences. It just depends on how important those differences are to you. Now, myself, I tried this wig on before ordering the light version. Absolutely loved it. To me, if you're making a light version of a wig, I would think that, you know, that implies to me that it's going to look more sleek. But you know what? Both of these were gorgeous. I tried this one on and absolutely loved it. And that is another example of the magic of getting to see wigs in person. This color, which is 10RH16, is gorgeous. Now, I've had this shop for 5 years, seen it a number of times, put it on a few people that are in between like a brown and a blonde, and it works great. But when I tried this color on myself, I was like, wow, you know, it made my eye color pop. I was like totally down with that. I was like, what a beautiful surprise. So I'm going to try each of them on, show you each of them, and then I'll tell you which one I prefer at the end of the video. Okay, so here I am in the regular Cameron. As you can see, face framing, got the mono part, so I kind of go slightly off center because I find that, especially I used to wear bangs all the time, if you can get the part right, it will frame your face and you can go without the bangs. Trust me on this. Check this out. Nice swingy length. I'm going to turn around for you. And the colors, the movement, that is the magic of a Jon Renau. Now, when I'm talking about Jon Renau hand-tied wigs, it kind of reminds me almost the same as driving a Mini Cooper. Like, you can see a Mini Cooper, you can see a Jon Renau wig, but I'll tell you, when you wear them or drive them, then you notice all the features. This is extremely comfortable. I can tell it would be extremely light. So that's a look at this one. Let me put the light version on and be right back. Okay, so here is Cameron in the light version. Again, really stunning. Face framing layers. I've got it parted just slightly different, but it doesn't get in your eyes. It's gonna move nicely. Sometimes when I try a wig on, I try and remember to do things like this and see how the hair is gonna behave. Just a tip I thought I'd throw in there. Let me turn around and show you the back. And both are really pretty similar. I do see a slightly difference in the density, which means the amount of hair. But with that being said, I think both look fabulous. I mean, you can't go wrong with either of the choices. So it is nice that there are versions available. If you prefer less density, go ahead. The regular one looks great just as well. And it's one of those cases that when I have the one on, I think, well, I think the other one looked better. But then I put that on and then I'm like, no, so I want them both. So anyway, that is the try-on process. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out the podcast, available every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, bye-bye.